Now I saw this terrific vegetarian dish in Gourmet Traveller. I've changed it only slightly, I haven't changed it much. But the main thing about it is a stomato. Excuse my pronunciation, it's mostly nothing like what it's supposed to be. But the one thing that I can tell you is you start off with about 3/4 of a kilo, even 1 kilo of spinach. And you blanch it in some salted water just for a couple of minutes, and then you drain it in a colander because it always has a lot of water, and you press out as much water as you can. So you can see what I've ended up with from my 3/4, but you know what spinach is like. It disappears, doesn't it? So it does need it. And the good thing about it, because when I first started in kitchens 100 years ago, I used to have to wash all the spinach, and we did cream spinach because it was very popular in those days. And I'd spend hours and hours and hours washing this bloody spinach. Well, of course, these days you can buy it washed. So it's not so bad, is it? Anyway, shut up, Ian, and let's do some cooking. 200 mils of thickened cream, 200 grams of fresh ricotta, and some eggs. I've got 4 eggs there. So let's just whisk the eggs up before we put them in. So that can go in, just like that. 75 grams of panko breadcrumbs. I've got about 150 there, so I'll do half of that. And also 75 gram of Parmesan. Decent Parmesan, please guys. Grana's fine. Doesn't have to be Reggiano, but Grana will do the trick. Not too much salt, because you'll find that Parmesan can be salty. Little bit of nutmeg, not too much because it can take over, so a good pinch or two. It's important that you mix the spinach and the ricotta in really well. A little bit of olive oil in a gratin dish, not too much. Brush that in, and we will also add some more crumbs, just as the base. So that's about another 75 grams of crumbs. And just even it out. More Parmesan. Looking good. Right into the oven, 180 degrees, fairly high up, and we cook it until it's golden. Now, I reckon off the top of my head, about 20 minutes. Now, I have to be honest, I felt that nothing much was happening with this. It wasn't browning, it wasn't bubbling, it wasn't doing nothing. So what I did, I cheated a little, because what I did was I added, oh, carefully, I had a little bit of tasty cheese along with some extra Parmesan. And as you can see, it's ended up with a rather nice colour. So that's an improvement. I don't know whether Gourmet Traveller will agree with that, but anyway, I quite like the idea. Now, to go with that, an Italian variety of Vermentino. It's a great variety, and I've got an Italian version here. Now, Mr. Prentice, he tells me that this particular wine is made by hairy hippies with designer beanies. I didn't say that. I'm just telling you what he said. I couldn't quite work what that was out. Well, whoever makes it, it's a bloody nice wine. All right, guys. Looking good. Let's just have a little taste of this. See what it's like. Oh, tell you one bloody thing, it's hot. Good. I reckon it needed that bit of extra cheese. I really do. Maybe I'm biased. Italian wine, Italian dish. It's not too bad. Guys, to show your support for my channel and to keep in the loop, subscribe. It's easy to do, and don't forget, it's free. Okay, cheers.